Hello, friends. This is Deepak with ACFN, and today I have Larry with us on the phone. And Larry is from Tennessee, and he's one of our franchise owners. So, Larry, welcome to the interview. Thank you so much for coming online.
Sure, thank you.
So, Larry, you've been with ACFN for a while, so why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got involved with ACFN?
I guess there's actually two parts of that would be relevant. My background is I actually worked for corporations for almost all of my career, just probably like most everybody else that comes on board with us. I think the one thing that makes me a little bit different is after the corporate world about 4 or 5 years ago, I did franchise consulting for a couple of years. And it helped me become very aware of the different types of franchise organizations that are out there and some of the business models that they offer and how some of those things can really help you become very successful if you get plugged in with the right business model. And when I discovered ACFN and talked to them and really learned more about their business model, I mean, it just seemed like a no-brainer. It seemed like it would certainly work, and it's worked really well for me.
Wow, Larry, so that means before you joined ACFN, you knew quite a bit about franchising in general, so you were aware of a lot of other franchisees that exist, and yet you choose ACFN, am I correct?
Yeah, in fact, that's why I chose ACFN, because to me the most important thing was what type of services were you going to provide to support me to be successful, and that I really, really drilled down and made sure that I understood that before I signed on.
Got it. You know, one of the most common questions that most people ask is marketing. Everybody is willing to put in their hard work, but a lot of people are scared of marketing. When it comes down to ACFN, how do you feel that ACFN handles the marketing for their franchisees?
I think they do an excellent job, and I think that, so let me say it a different way. I think they do an excellent job, and I think that they can also service the needs of whoever that franchisee might be. For example, my background is that I do have some sales management experience. I feel relatively comfortable going in and talking with people here on a local basis, so I don't mind providing some of that local support for ACFN to help us sign contracts. But I also understand that a lot of the franchisees don't have that sales background, and ACFN really takes it from, here's the lead. I take that lead and I go look at it to see whether it's something I'm interested in. If it is, there's a package of information I drop off. A lot of the franchisees kind of leave it there and depend on ACFN to do all the contacting, all the way through the negotiation of the contract and the signing of the contract. And they do an excellent job of that. There's actually been a couple of times where I didn't have time to do that, and they did it for me, and it was very successful. But, in the situation where somebody can provide some local support, it's just that much more powerful because you're demonstrating to the customer that there are local people here to support you, and the ATM companies that we compete against don't have anybody on a local basis. So, just by walking in the door, it makes you stand out as being pretty different.
Okay, well, that's very good. Obviously, that makes it very easy for you to expand your ATM network. Obviously, you have a lot of experience in management as well as franchising, but in generally, someone who is brand new into this business, what do you think how easy or hard it is to operate your ATM business?
Oh, I think it's very easy, very straightforward. I was a little unsure of the whole technology side of it, but the training that they gave us during the franchisee training session really made me feel much more comfortable. And I actually had a contract signed when I got back from my training, so I had an installation to do here pretty quickly after I got back. And it was a breeze. Did I stumble a little bit? Yeah, of course I did, but I just called the 1-800 number and got the technical support folks to talk me through it. And so far, we've had a couple of unusual things happen, but it's not unusual for them because they've got 150 to 200. I don't know the number now, but they got a bunch of different franchisees that they're supporting, and they hear these questions all the time. So when I call, they've always got an answer.
Okay, well that's good. And so once you have your ATMs installed, so obviously that's the one part of the puzzle. But once these ATMs are installed, how easy or hard it is to operate them?
It's almost like on autopilot. It's with the web-based software that we've got where I can view them multiple times a day to check for error messages, to check the cash balance, just to make sure that I understand what's going on with any one or all of them. it makes it really easy for me to understand what's going on with the machine. And from that point forward, it's really easy to plan what you're going to do that day or that week. And it's not a difficult thing to do. I mean, it can take as much or as little time as you want to put into it. I don't know how else to quite say it.
Okay. Well, Larry, any advice for someone who might be considering becoming a new franchisee with ACFN?
Would I advise them to do it? Oh, absolutely. I think it's been very good for my wife and for me, and I would definitely recommend it to somebody else.
Awesome. Well, Larry, thank you so much for coming online and doing this interview with me. We definitely appreciate you, and we are definitely very happy to have you as a franchisee as well. So thank you very much, Larry. Once again, friends, this is Larry, and he's from Tennessee, and he's the ACFN franchise owner. Thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Steve. Bye-bye.